Now we are going to find total current of three currents. I written here I1 equal to 80 minus 30 degree ampere, I2 is 60 at an angle 45 ampere, I3 is 45 at an angle 110 degree ampere. So all the currents are in polar form. Polar form is R at an angle theta form. So in this form we can't add directly. So we want to convert these values into rectangular format. So we want to convert I1 into rectangular form, again I2 into rectangular form, again I3 into rectangular form. Then only we can add directly with respect to real part, and with respect to imaginary part we can add it. So then the answer we can convert again rectangular form to polar form. That is an easy calculation. So first we want to convert I1 into rectangular form. So I am writing I1 equal to, so polar form R at an angle theta. So it should be 80 minus 30 degree. So R is 80 here, theta is minus 30. So we know that the conversion of polar to rectangular form, R cos theta is the real part plus R sin theta is the imaginary part. Clear? So substituting this value, so R is 80, cos theta is minus 30 plus R is 80, sin minus 30 is much I. So 80 cos minus 30 is 69.28. Clear? We will get 80 into cos minus 30, we will get 69.28 plus, we don't know whether it is plus or minus, 80 sin minus 30. So 80 sin minus 30 is minus 40. So we can write simply minus 40i. So 69.28 minus 40i. This is a conversion of I1 to rectangular form. This much current in I1 rectangular form. So now I am going to convert the second one, I2 into rectangular form. So I2, again R is 60 here, theta is 45. So real part is R cos theta plus R sin theta I. So we will get R is 60 cos 45 plus 60 sin 45, this much I. So we will get cos 45 into 60, that is 42.42 plus 60 sin 45, that also same value 42.42 I. This is a rectangular form of I2. The third one, again third one I am converting. The third one I3 equal to, here R is 48, theta is 110. So real part is R cos theta plus imaginary part is R sin theta I. So R is 48 into cos 110 plus 48 sin 110 I. So we will get 48 cos 110. Cos 110 will get minus 16.42 minus 16.42, and the imaginary part will get 45.11 I. Think it is clear. Minus 48 cos 110 is becomes minus 16.42. Again imaginary part 48 sin 110, that becomes 45. 48 sin 110 is 45.11 I, that much imaginary part. So now it is easy to calculate. Now we can find all are in rectangular form. So now we can find out the total current equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. Now it is easy because all are in rectangular form. So whenever there is a addition or subtraction, we want to convert, or we have to keep all the values in the rectangular form. So first one, I1 is 69.28 minus 40 I or j plus 42.42 plus 42.42 I plus minus 16.42 plus 45.11 I. Clear? Now we can add all the real part. Real part is 69.28 plus 42.42. Here minus 16.42. So while adding 69.28 plus 42.42 minus 16.42, we will get 95.28. We will get 95.28. All the real part we added. First and second are positive, third one is negative. Similarly, we can add the imaginary part also. So imaginary part, first one is minus 40 plus 42.42, here plus plus, so plus 45.11. We will get total is 47.54 plus 47.54. This much imaginary part. So answer, I1 plus I2 plus I3 is 95.28 plus 47.54 I. This much rectangular form of current. Now we can convert the rectangular form into polar form. So how to convert polar form means, first we have to find out its magnitude. Its magnitude means R equal to, I am writing here. So R equal to magnitude, real part square is 95.28 square plus imaginary part square, that is 47.54 square, both under root. So this one gives, while doing the calculation, this one gives 106.5 or 106.5 magnitude, or here current this much ampere. Clear? Next we want to find out its angle. So theta equal to tan inverse imaginary part is 47.54 divided by real part is 95.28. While doing this calculation, we will get the answer is angle is 26.51 degree. Clear? So I1 plus I2 plus I3 rectangular form answer is this one. This answer we converted to polar form. Now the answer is total current I equal to 106.5 at an angle 26.51 degree, this much ampere. Clear? So this answer 106.5 at an angle 26.51 ampere. So while looking only, don't tell the answer. These are in complex format. So while complex only we did the calculation, then we got the answer. So while looking 80 plus 60 plus 48, there is no relation between the output answer and the input current value. So because it is complex number, so complex number we have to do everything in complex only, because every case we are taking the angle. With respect to angle only we added, so that answer comes 106.5 at an angle 26.5 ampere. There is a total current. The same thing we can draw, first we draw phasor, then we can add phasor, add all these things in polar to convert it rectangular to polar. We got the answer, we can write it, we can draw the waveform also or phasor also. I will show you. I am keeping the polar answer only. I hope you understand this. So this is our total current I1 plus I2 plus I3 is total current. Now I am going to draw the figure. So we got current equal to 106.5 at an angle 26.551 degree of angle. This much total current in the polar form. So now we can draw the vectors or phasors according to the currents and the total current. So this is a reference line, imaginary line, and the real axis. Clear. So now we can locate 80 at an angle minus 30. So I am using 80 at an angle minus 30. This is a value 80 at an angle minus 30. So clockwise direction. So this is a 30 angle. And second one 60 45 degree. So this is a 60 at an angle 45 degree. Angle is 45 degree. And third one is I3 110 degree from the x-axis. So maybe comes here. So 48 at an angle 110 degree, so much ampere. So this is a 110 degree. Clear. So first we converted I1. The I1 value is 69.28 minus 40J. This is a value in rectangular form. So actually this one is a in rectangular form. The value is 69.28 plus not plus minus 40J, and this one second one is 42.42 plus 42.42 I or J. Clear. And third one is minus 16.42 plus 45.54 45.11 I. Clear. This is a value in terms of rectangular form, polar form, rectangular form, polar form, rectangular form, polar form. Or the actually this one is denoted as one point, that is 80 at an angle 30. So instead of minus we can write x and yi. Clear. This one also okay. So you can write minus sign here also, or directly minus sign, no problem. Clear. Both are same. So now the total current is I equal to 106 at an angle 26. It's positive. Positive means anti-clockwise direction 26. Anti-clockwise direction 26 amperes. This is a 26.5 degree, 51 degree. So 106, total current is 106.5 at an angle 26.5 degree ampere. This is the answer. Clear. So vector phasor diagram of the problem. Thank you. Welcome. In this video we are going to discuss the addition of three currents in polar form. The same problem we discussed in the last video also. In the last video we converted the polar form current into rectangular form. All the three currents we converted into rectangular form. Then we added again the total current in the rectangular form, we converted into polar form. The same answer we will get by doing the trigonometric form also. So here what I am going to do means, I am using trigonometric formula. Then I am going to add all the x component and the y components. Then we can find out directly the rectangular form of answer. Then we can convert again the rectangular to polar form. So before that we have to know something about the rectangular triangle. So I am just discussing here the rectangular triangle. Just consider one rectangular triangle here. This is angle theta. So this one becomes 90 degree rectangular triangle. So comparing or taking base on our theta here, so this one is the opposite side, it's the opposite side. So this one is the adjacent side, it's the adjacent side, clear. So this is a hypotenuse, clear. So we all know that the Pythagoras formula, the side square plus side square equal to hypotenuse square. So here what we are going to do means that we are using the trigonometric forms. So using trigonometric form means according to angle theta here, this is the cos side or cosine side or cos component. This is a cos component side. Here opposite side is the sine component side. Clear. So we can write cos theta equal to this side divided by our hypotenuse. Similarly, sin theta equal to this side divided by our hypotenuse. So hypotenuse is r. Clear. So this side is a sine component, this side is a cos component. Clear. So always remember, according to this angle, adjacent side is a cos component, opposite side is a sine component. So this helps us to do the same problem here. So I am going to draw the phasor diagram for three currents. So first a reference line here. Clear. First one I1 is a 80 magnitude and minus 30. So minus 30 means you have to measure clockwise direction. So may comes here. This is a 30 degree. So this is a I1 equal to 80 at an angle minus 30. Clear. This much ampere. Next is I2. I2 comes plus 45. So it should be anti-clockwise direction and its magnitude is 60. So 45 degree from the positive x-axis. 45 degree may comes here. So I am writing here. So this is the 45 degree. So this one is I2. So I2 equal to 60 at an angle 45 ampere. The third one is I3, 48 at an angle 110 ampere. So 110 is a positive, so it should be anti-clockwise direction. So it may comes like this. So this is I3 equal to 48 at an angle 110 ampere. Clear. So 110 comes from the positive x-axis to our phasor I3. So this is a phasor diagram or vector diagram. This is a real axis, this is an imaginary axis. Real axis is an imaginary axis. Clear. Now we are going to find out all the y component and the x component. Clear. Why we are going to find out the x component and the y component means, suppose we got the x component, it should be a real part, and the y component means it's the imaginary part. So we are going to find the x component value and the y component value for the three currents. So earlier we discussed the Pythagoras formula. So it is very easy. For this, suppose I am taking first I2. Clear. For I2, this is the I2. How much x component and how much y component? We can find out. How much x component, how much y component, or how much cos component, how much sine component, because according to angle 45 here, for angle 45, this is the adjacent side, this is the opposite side. So opposite side is a sine component and adjacent side is a cos component. So we can write the opposite side, sine component of sine. So this magnitude is 60. So its sine component means sine equal to sine theta equal to how much means this side. We don't know this side. We have to find out this side. So this side divided by our 60. Clear. So we want this one. We want this one. So we have to multiply 60 here. So we got the side. Clear. So I am writing like this. It's a 60 sine theta. This side length is 60 sine theta. Similarly, we can write this side cos component is 60 cos theta. Here theta is a 45. Clear? Here theta is a 45. So its cos component is 60 cos 45 is a cos component. Its sine component is 60 sine 45. So now this 60 cos 45 is a parallel to real axis. So this one is x component of the I2 and this one is a parallel to y axis. So this one known as y component of I2. Similarly, we can write I1. So taking right angle triangle. So now this one is a 90 degree. So this is an angle. So this is the opposite side. This is the adjacent side. So adjacent side is a cos component. Opposite side is a sine component. So opposite side is its magnitude is 80. So 80 sine 30 is the sine component. Here it comes 80 cos 30 is the cos component. Clear? Now how to take the sine means just first one I2 it's a cos component this direction, so positive. Again y component is this direction, it's a positive direction, so it's all positive. Now it is for I1 the cos component same positive direction, so cos component is positive, but the sine component is negative side, so this one becomes negative. So while adding, this one should be taken as minus. Next, third one I3. For I3 we have to make the right angle triangle like this. Now this is a 90 degree. So this angle, this angle we don't know. We know the 110 from the x axis. So this much is 110 degree. This much is 110 degree. So remaining total, we know the total is 180 degree. So 110 is over. So remaining this one is 70 degree. Clear? This value is 70 degree. So next we are going to study, we are going to find out its cos component. Its cos component comes here, its sine component comes here. So cos component is magnitude is 48 cos 70 is the cos component. Again its sine component is 48 sine 70 is the sine component. Now we are going to add all the cos component. Again all the y component we are going to add. So we are going to add x, or we are going to find the x component. That means we are adding all the cos component. This one here two cos components and here one cos component. For I1 this is the cos component 80 cos 30. 80 cos 30 is the, I am writing it down. So for x component, for I1 it is 80 cos 30. For I2 again this one also positive, same direction. I2 60 cos 45 plus 60 cos 45. And for I3 the directional cos component is opposite or negative side, so it should be minus 48 cos 70. Clear? So we can find out its value. Similarly we can find out y component. So y component means for I1 is the y component, so for I1 it is opposite negative side, so for I1 it is 80. So its opposite side means we have to include minus 80, of course, minus 80 sine 30. Again for I2 this same positive direction, so 60 sine 45 plus 60 sine 45. Again it also same direction 48 sine plus 48 sine 70. This is a value. Clear? So 48 cos 30, what is the value means 40 80 cos 30, that is the value is 69.28 plus 60 cos 45, that is 42.42 minus 48 cos 70, that is minus 16.42. While adding these three, 69.28 plus 42.42 minus 16.42, we will get 95.28 units. This is x component. X component belongs to real axis. This is a real axis value. Real axis value. Clear. So next, minus 80 sin 30, it is minus 40, and 60 sin 45, it is 42.42 plus 48 sin 70, that is 45.11. Clear. So while adding this one, minus 40 plus 42.42 plus 45.11, we will get 47.54. We will get 47.54. This is a y-axis belongs to imaginary part. This is a imaginary part value. Imaginary value. Clear. So we got real part value and we got imaginary part value. So we can write directly the total real part and the total imaginary part. So capital X and Y, that is in the form of x plus yi means rectangular format. So x is real part is 95.28 plus 47.54 plus 47.54i. This much is total current in the rectangular format. Clear. Total current in the rectangular format. We found directly real part and directly imaginary part. Next, we can convert this value into polar form. Polar form. So magnitude R is root of real part square. Real part is 95.28 square plus imaginary part square, that is 47.54 square. We will get 106.5 is a value. Clear. Next is we want to find the theta. So theta equal to tan inverse. Imaginary part is 47.54 divided by real part 95.28. So we will get, while doing the calculation, we will get 26.51 is the angle. So angle is 26.51. This much degree. So polar form answer is the total. So now what we did means the total current. The total current I equal to 106.5 at an angle 26.51. This much ampere. This is the answer. The same answer we got in the earlier case also, while doing converting first rectangular format, next adding, next converting polar form, we got the same answer. Here also the trigonometric form also we got the same answer. Here what we do is we are finding directly the real axis value and imaginary axis value. So next we are writing in the form of rectangular form. Next rectangular form is converted into polar form. So we got the last output current. So it's a method of calculating total current in polar form or in complex form. So we can find out earlier case, we can do the problems in earlier case also, or we can find out through this case also, no problem. So last, how to indicate this total current? So total current value, magnitude value is 106.5 at an angle 26.51. So this is a positive angle. Positive angle means it should be anti-clockwise direction 26.5 angle and magnitude is 106. So angle should be 26.5 degree and magnitude is, so total current is 106.5 at an angle 26.5 degree. So this is the answer. So we can do any method. So total current is same.